Good morning. Congratulations. We've made it to Friday. For those of you who have the weekend off, I'm meteorologist Kevin Smith here again at the National Weather Service in Pocatello with your weather hazard briefing for Friday, July 16th. So for those of you who watch our briefings every day, going to sound a little bit like a broken record here as far as the main things we're focused on for the next several days for Southeast Idaho, but a couple little changes and updates here, and I'll try to point those out as we go along. First, starting off today with isolated dry thunderstorms expected once again, maybe a little less coverage than what we saw yesterday. Best timing based on our high-res models, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. this afternoon, and unfortunately, once again, we're looking at a dry thunderstorm regime. So lightning, gusty erratic outflow winds, maybe gusting over 45 miles an hour, being the greatest hazards we're expecting, with very little rainfall out of thunderstorms today. Not shown on the slide here, a little bit of uncertainty as to whether we might see one more repeat performance with the afternoon thunderstorms tomorrow, Saturday, across at least portions of our mountain ranges here in Southeast Idaho. We're still kind of feeling that out in the guidance. Otherwise, dry weather kicks in for a few days with heat intensifying across the region once again for Sunday and Monday. 100-degree readings returning for some lower elevation locales. We have issued now an excessive heat watch for portions of the region. There's a change with this morning's forecast, and I'll show you that graphically here in just a moment. And then here's our glimmer of hope that we've been talking about for a couple days now. Really strong signal in the model guidance of a really nice push of monsoon moisture coming northward to the west of a high pressure center. Actually thinking this may start more Monday now. We were really focused in on Tuesday onward here in past briefings, but I think starting Monday and then really increasing Tuesday into Wednesday next week will be this push of moisture, increasing our potential for some wetter daily thunderstorms and maybe even an isolated flash flood risk, particularly in some of our terrain areas, and we'll evaluate that more as we head through the weekend into early next week. Satellite loop this morning, almost identical to yesterday, except this low pressure system spinning here just west of the coast of Canada has made some progress eastward. We'll continue to see this drop east-southeast towards Seattle and then become blocked and sit just off the coast here for at least a few days as this high pressure center to our south moves northeast. As this dome of high pressure intensifies and sets up here just to the southeast of the state of Idaho, it's going to bring support for that increasing heat over the weekend into early next week, and we're going to start to see a surge of moisture come around the backside, the west side of that high, and stream northward into the state of Idaho early next week. Weather and impacts outlook here, a little bit messy, a lot going on, but it's mostly all heat or it's isolated thunderstorm activity. So today, isolated thunderstorms expected for many of our mountain areas. I'll show you this kind of graphically here in a minute as well. Most of the Snake Plain and Eastern Magic Valley probably just hot and dry today and not seeing much in the way of that thunderstorm activity. That goes for the Wood River Valley as well. Again, low confidence tomorrow on whether we'll see some additional storms. We don't have that listed here at the moment, but dry weather kicking in for a couple days. And here comes that heat as we get into Sunday and Monday. Continue to show moderate impacts highlighted here for a few areas, particularly the lower Snake Plain, Eastern Magic Valley, Raft River region, down across the southern highlands of Idaho, and then up in the immediate Chalice area as well. These are the areas where we'll have the greatest potential to get into the upper 90s, even low 100-degree readings on Sunday and Monday. And we've now added those isolated thunderstorms starting on Monday, continuing into Tuesday and beyond for all of southeast Idaho. Lose a little bit of that heat on Tuesday, but still warm in the upper 80s to upper 90s, with our focus again kind of turning toward those monsoon thunderstorms. Taking a look at the big regional view for watches, warnings, advisories this morning. Red flag warning continues for portions of the Central Mountains from both the Boise office and our office, now covering a couple zones here, including Stanley and the Sun Valley area. This is mostly for a high Haynes index of 6. Some terminology here that'd be familiar to our fire partners. Also a red flag warning in effect here for portions of Wyoming from the National Weather Service office in Riverton. Finally, here is that excessive heat watch that we have posted for portions of our forecast area, and you can see starts just south of the Wood River Valley, but includes all of the Snake Plain corridor, the Eastern Magic Valley, and the Raft River region and Southern Highlands for the greatest potential for excessive heat problems as we head into Sunday and Monday. today. High temperatures today, very similar to what we've seen the past 2 days. Not quite capitalizing on that heat just yet. Readings 84 for Island Park, 86 for Driggs, 88 for Stanley, our normally cooler locations here in the mountains. And then 90 to 96 expected at lower elevations up the Snake Plain Corridor and across the Southern Highlands. Now, I want to show this graphic. This is cloud-to-ground lightning strikes that we picked up yesterday, Thursday, across the region. And number one, I'm showing this for our fire partners as far as where we're going to be on alert for holdover fires that may emerge from the activity we had yesterday. You can see all the lightning strikes here across the upper Snake Highlands and then kind of wrapping around into the southern and eastern highlands. The other reason is it's a pretty good proxy for what we're going to see with today's activity. So out toward the Wood River Valley area, Sun Valley, Haley, Ketchum, up towards Stanley, down across the eastern Magic Valley, and maybe Burley over to American Falls. This general region was pretty quiet yesterday, and we're probably going to sneak out dry and sunny for most of the day today. But as soon as we drop south into the southern highland region, south of Burley and Pocatello, wrapping up through all of our eastern highlands, this whole corridor along and east of Interstate 15, and then up across the Montana border and upper Snake area, possibly up towards Salmon and toward Mackay. All of these same areas under the gun for some more isolated thunderstorm activity today. Again, best timing 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. with lightning and gusty winds, the greatest risks there. Saturday, we start to gain just a few degrees on our high temperatures, as shown here, but not quite, again, capitalizing on that heat just yet. That arrives Sunday and Monday. Here we have on the left high temperatures Sunday, here on the right high temperatures Monday, and you can see building heat, 98 in Idaho Falls, maybe 100 on Monday up there. 100-degree readings also possible for Pocatello, McCammon, Malad, Preston, most of our southern highland valleys, and then out into the eastern Magic Valley. 102 for Shoshone on Monday, 99 or 100 or so for Burley as well, and Chalice picking up on some of that heat too. 98 currently forecast Sunday, 99 on Monday. So everyone getting above 90 degrees for these 2 days, and overnight temperatures not going to really offer that much relief, particularly at lower elevations where we may only see readings back off to near 70 or the upper 60s during this period. Now, monsoon moisture. Only real updates here. Number one, we're expecting a little bit of an initial push of this starting Monday, but then intensifying Tuesday into Wednesday into Thursday next week. And you can see those above normal favored precipitation outlook here in the 6 to 10 day for much of the forecast area. In particular, we're noticing that precipitable water values. Okay, when I say precipitable water values, think of it as how much moisture could we possibly wring out of our atmosphere in the form of rainfall. And we're noticing the models are supporting some pretty high numbers for our area with precipitable water values potentially exceeding 1 inch, which is certainly above average for southeast Idaho. If we do get a weak steering flow in here and the storms aren't moving very fast, that's where we're going to have to keep a close eye out for some heavier downpours and maybe even some very localized flash flood issues as we head into the middle part of next week. So stay tuned for that. And that's your briefing for Friday, July 16th across the region. If you have questions, comments, concerns, feedback for us, please reach out with the information here on your screen. We'll see you again tomorrow morning. Have a great Friday.